Hey, it's WaneedaWrestling, y'all. How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are all doing amazing. So, what a freaking weekend, you guys. We had AEW Revolution. OMG. And can I just say, what a show. So today I am actually going to go ahead and give my review, my recap of the pay-per-view, because as I mentioned to you guys, I actually did not go to this one, which I am super bummed that I didn't get to go, but I watched it, so you know what, that's all that matters. So before we get into all of that, I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning into my channel. If you are new to my channel, thanks so much for stopping by. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button while you're here. To all of my subscribers, new and day one, thank you guys all so much for all of the support, whether you guys are commenting, hitting that like button, sharing, all of that jazz. I appreciate each and every single one of you. All the support that you guys give me, it does not go unnoticed. So thank you all so much. Now, so jumping right into it. Now with the opening of the show, now that meaning the pre-show, aka the 0 hour, I have to tell you guys just right off the bat, I don't know if it's me being an old school fan or what, but for me, at least growing up back in my day, if someone had a title, to me that automatically meant they are defending it and they're going to be on the pay-per-view, because having a title is one of the most prestigious accolades that you can have, so for me, seeing the Acclaimed with the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, with them being the trios champions, the ROH trios champion, them opening up 0 hour, I don't know, you guys, I just didn't like it. Like, to me, it just, I don't know, it kind of just reduces the value to me of these amazing talents by having them in a pre-show. Now, I know over the years and stuff like that, we've had that happen also in WWE as well, where the pre-show they have, there's some people that have titles that are there too, but I just mean as a whole in general, I really don't like to see the titles, or the people who are holding the titles be on a pre-show. Now that goes the same with, Julia Hart with Sky Blue against, Statlander and Willow. It's the same, I feel the same exact way there. She's the TNT women's champion, or excuse me, the TBS women's champion, and she's on the pre-show. She should be defending that title, and for that, like I said, it speaks to me, where the ranking is, and that probably may not be the case at all. But like I said, for me as an old school wrestling fan, like I said, to me the pre-show, at least for me, has been one where I don't put it on the same level as the main card. Now, as far as the matches and stuff, they were good for what they were, but frankly, honestly, I didn't really put too much attention to the matches, because again, there wasn't really anything there that was happening to have me invested. None of the titles were being put up, so like I said, it was really, to me, it felt like just something to go ahead and get them all on the card in some capacity. And for me, I'd rather have them not do that. I would rather have them, saved and put on a pay-per-view, and where they're going to be able to showcase their talents and go ahead and put those titles on the line. Have it mean something, okay? But with that being said, I do want to go ahead real quick, since we're on the subject of 0 Hour, and speaking of, the Acclaimed, I wanted to show you guys something came in and I'm super excited. And you know what? I completely forgot all about it. So the fact that I got the notification that this was coming, I was super happy. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so happy. Are you ready? Are you ready? The Acclaimed have arrived in my house. Oh, yes, you guys. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. I am super happy. Yes. Oh my gosh. Look at Anthony. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Like I did a hunt a couple of weeks ago because I saw that they were hitting stores, and I went to try to see if I could find them. Of course, I had no luck whatsoever. So I was super bummed, So I was actually going to go this weekend to do another hunting video for you guys. Like I said, to see if I could find them specifically. And like I said, I got the notification that I was, getting a delivery, and I'm like, dude, what the heck did I order? And sure enough, yes. So yes, I just wanted to show you guys. I'm so happy. Yes. So yeah, I'm not gonna open these. I'm gonna wait to see if I can find some more in the wild and open those up. But I definitely have to keep these, like I said, sealed and as they are. Aren't they the most handsome figs you've ever seen, you guys? Yes. Okay, sorry, but I had to go ahead and share that with you guys because I have been waiting such a long time for them to get their figs, their official unrivaled figs, because if you guys haven't checked out on my channel, I actually did a fig review of the exclusive 3-pack of them with Billy Gunn. So if you guys haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. It's on my channel, okay? Okay, so now let's go ahead and get to the main card, okay? The actual pay-per-view. Okay, so I'm not going to necessarily go in order. I'm going to go ahead and just, point and talk here and there about like my highlights, my favorites, and so on. So I will have to say the match between Christian and Garcia, I mean, it was to be expected, guys. If I would have had seen Garcia actually win, I would have died of shock, okay? Because it was clear as day. As soon as Christian walked down the aisle and he had his whole bunch with him, I knew it was going to, be an unfair advantage, right off the bat. And so, Garcia, he, in my opinion, really gave it, all that he could. And I truly, firmly believe that this guy has what it takes in order for him to be one of those guys in the business. I think he just needs a little bit more work and a little bit more polishing, and I think he'll be there. I honestly, truly believe that. So, I mean, the match itself, it was to be expected and stuff. So I'm kind of wondering now that the fact that, Christian went ahead and, beat Garcia, what's next for Christian? How long are they going to keep that title on him? Who's going to be the one that dethrones him? I'm curious, guys. What do you guys think? Drop me a comment and let me know. But, where does that leave Garcia, you guys? Like, where does he go from here? like I said, he's got heart. He's definitely talented. He's great, great in the ring, So I'm not giving up on him at all, because like I said, I definitely think that he's a tremendous talent. And I think, there's still more to come with it when it comes to Garcia. So, we shall see. Okay, so now the next match that I want to talk about and highlight is the match between Kingston and Danielson. Okay, so I have to say right off the bat, you guys, I don't know about you guys, but me, I am not a fan of that Intercontinental or whatever the official name is of that title. I'm sorry, it escapes me right now. But I'm not a fan of like that crown like in the center of the title. I don't know why, but it just bothers me. Like they couldn't come up with a different emblem or a symbol or something like that. I think the title overall, it's really nice, but it's just that one part right there in the center that I'm just like, I'm just not a fan. And the match itself, I wasn't that match. I mean, no disrespect, but it was probably my least favorite match, because to me, like, I really did not see Danielson like taking those titles off of Kingston. And for me, I know this was probably a match that, perhaps the both of them wanted to have, especially now that Danielson is starting to wind down, towards the end of his career. But I just feel that like we could have maybe gotten something else, a different matchup. Danielson lately, he has had some pretty great opponents and put on some pretty great matches, in my opinion. So, to see him, go up against, Kingston, and then to get that, loss and stuff. I mean, I get it. I understand. Like I said, I just wish that that match wouldn't have been in a pay-per-view. Like that would have been something I could have seen on Dynamite. I just really wish both of them would have had different opponents, again, to put more meaning, towards their matches. And again, for me, separately. So I think they did, I think they did okay, but like I said, for me, that was probably the match that like I said, I was the least excited about. But I don't know. I mean, maybe it was your favorite match. I don't know. Drop me a comment. Let me know. What did you think of that match? Did you think we really needed to have that match? Do you think it was one of the top matches of the night? I'm curious to, hear what you have to say. So drop me a comment and let me know. So the next match that I want to talk about is the meat market. I don't know. There was a whole lot of meat. Okay, it was a meat match. Okay, and I feel like that match was like tailored to someone like me, because I tell you what, you guys, man, when it comes to gun shows, when it comes to like big, strong, buff dudes, count me in. Like I am right there. And that match, was totally like nuts. Okay, you definitely had your heavy hitters, there, and then your I don't know who it was that said it, Taz or whatever, the mini meat. I literally laughed out loud when I heard that, you guys. But yeah, as far as like the match and stuff, I thought it was great. It did, at least for me, allowed Wardlow, to shine once again. And I don't know about you guys, but him on the mic the last couple of weeks, he has done really well. It was to me a definite improvement, from him in the past. So it was really great getting to see this side of Wardlow, this angry side, this Wardlow that has this chip on his shoulder, and then, like I said, him getting out there, destroying everyone and just like knocking them all down and ultimately winning, that match. And now him having an opportunity at the AEW World Championship. I'm excited for that, guys. And like for me, like he can be that big, strong, silent type. And I'm okay with that. However, if he continues to be on the mic like he has been the last couple of weeks, I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to that. So, and now obviously since we know who won, which I'll touch base on that match a little bit more, it's going to be interesting to see how and when he's going to get to have that match, that title match. Is it going to happen in, on the brand new pay-per-view that they announced, AEW Dynasty? Are they going to save that match a little bit later for Double or Nothing? I don't know. But, for what it's worth, like I said, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm glad they're putting a little bit more, attention to Wardlow and allowing him, to gradually build his way back up. Because let's face it, guys, right now we don't have a very strong, big presence right now. And what I mean by that is by like physical features and stuff like that has that potential, to be a face of AEW. And I think out of who's available, that participated in that match, I definitely think that Wardlow could potentially be that guy. So I'm super excited to see where this goes for him. So now the next match, which this match, I was in complete and total shock, you guys. So we had the match of Orange Cassidy with Roderick Strong. Okay, I have to put my my 2 cents here. For me, I know so many people have their, their opinions about Orange Cassidy and stuff. But to me, you guys, he is one of, if not the best workers that they have in AEW, you guys. This guy puts in the work, okay? His character is him to be like, lazy, like, not really putting any effort, like not really trying, just kind of have like a whatever, like legit attitude. And yet this guy goes in every match and just gives it 110%, you guys. Every time this guy steps in the ring, I am totally invested in Orange Cassidy. And I have said this, time and time again. If anybody that has been in AEW since the beginning, deserves to have a title around his waist, it's definitely Orange Cassidy, you guys. That guy is just freaking great. He knows how to put on a show. He knows how to work. So, with all that being said, him having the match that he had with Roderick Strong, I have to admit, you guys, I was shocked. I was shocked that he lost the title to Roderick Strong. But, I think as much as I, would love for Orange to continue to have that title, again, because if anyone deserves to have a title around his waist, over his shoulder, in his book bag, it's Orange Cassidy, okay? But the fact that they went ahead and, put now the title on Roderick Strong, you guys, like, where do we go from here? Like, what's going to happen now? So we got Wardlow that picked up a victory. We have Roderick Strong, who is now carrying AEW Gold. And then we got that surprise at the end of the match. Kyle O'Reilly, he came back. Or did he come back? I mean, he definitely made the cameo. So that is making me wonder, like, what does TK have up his sleeve? Like, what is he planning here? So, I mean, is he about to make a super faction with gold? But we already have that, the Bang Bang Scissor Gang. But I don't know, you guys. I mean, can you guys imagine? And now with the result of, the tag team match, the tag team titles have been vacated. And now there's going to be a tournament to determine who are going to be the new AEW World Tag Team Champions. Guys, can you imagine? Can you guys imagine if Matt Taven and Michael Bennett got their hands on the AEW Tag Team Champions? Holy moly. I mean, we can all talk smack about all of them, but you know what? If they somehow all get gold around their waist, they're going to be really hard to dismiss and to ignore, you guys. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I think the next couple of weeks, even the next couple of months, are going to be very, very interesting, to say the least, to see what transpires, to see, what Tony Khan has planned for these guys. So we shall see. So the next match, which, to me, I kind of feel that was a match that I didn't think that we needed to have, and that was the tag team match of BCC with FTR, but I certainly understand why we had that match. I mean, the match itself the pay-per-view was in North Carolina. FTR is from North Carolina. So, it's only fitting, it's only right that they, they have their match, in their hometown and their, with their crowd, home crowd. So the match itself, I thought it was pretty great. I mean, these guys, were definitely putting the definition of strong style in that match. These guys were exchanging blow after blow after blow. Okay, we had ourselves a freaking wrestling match, you guys. So for me, I enjoyed the match for what it was. Like I said, do I think we could have done without that match? Yes, because to me, there was no real premise behind us having that match other than the fact, like I said, they're FTRs from North Carolina and stuff. But the match itself, it was good. It was solid, definitely entertaining, so as far as the outcome and stuff, not surprised, because that's how it seems to go, the hometown heroes can't seem to get a win in their own hometown. What is the deal with that, right? But hey, that's wrestling, right? So let me see. So the next match, which to me, I was surprised. Surprised, but not surprised that it was not the main event. Again, me touching on being, that old school wrestling fan, I want to see the world, championship as the main event. Okay. So that's me. Oh, let me backtrack. With that same conversation, we had the AEW Women's World Championship match. Okay, so I'm going to touch on that first before I get into, the Men's World Championship match. So I have to say, you guys, that match between Timeless Toni Storm and Deonna Purrazzo was a really good, solid match, you guys. I was completely invested in this match for a couple of reasons, okay? One, the story, you guys, okay? The history between these two women. I loved that. It wasn't like just some random person here, some random person there. throw them together. Let's see them wrestle. You know, there was an actual storyline. There was a history between them, you know? So that's the kind of stuff for me that I like, that I love. It helps me get invested. It helps me care. It helps me want to see, you know, a good result in the match, you know? So like I said, the match that that Deonna and Timeless Toni Storm, to me, I thought was a good match. You know, I you know, low-key, it would have been cool to see Deonna, you know, beat Toni Storm, but I think Toni still needs a little bit more time with that title. And with regards to Deonna, I think she's great, and I think she's gonna be an amazing women's champion when the time is right. And for right now, I don't think the time is right. I think she needs to, you know, just be, you know, be there just a little bit longer, get a couple of more storylines going and stuff, a couple of more, you know, main event type matches and stuff with some of the other talent, and then circle back, you know, to that main event picture with her, you know, competing for the AEW Women's World Championship, which, like I said, when that does occur, I think it's going to be great, and I think it's going to have a lot more meaning. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now, with regards to, you know, Mariah May with Timeless Toni, I can't say that like 3 times fast. Timeless Toni Storm, there we go. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I see this like, I mean, miles and miles away that, you know, she is definitely going to turn at some point. And, you know, frankly, guys, I am super excited to see Mariah May, you know, get more involved, have a lot more matches, have her have, you know, multiple storylines. This girl, to me, has it all. She legit has the whole package, and I am super excited for you all to get to see more of her and to see what she's able to do in the ring. We're all in for a treat, you guys. We just have to be patient, okay, because it's gonna happen. Okay, so now talking about the men's world championship with this guy right here, the champ, Samoa Joe. Yes, in a triple threat match against Swerve and Hangman Page. Okay, you guys, so I have to say, the match between the 3 of them, like, this one is probably the one that had me on the edge of my seat, the one that I was stressing about and just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, guys, please, 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 out for the outcome, because like I was legit having legit fear of missing out so bad. Like, the whole time I was like, oh my gosh, I should be there. I should be there. I should be there. And so when it came to the men's world championship, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I really want Swerve to have his moment for him to become the world championship. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys and tell you, if I was not feeling greedy and literally in my mind was like, oh my gosh, please don't win it yet. Please don't win it yet. Like, I want to be there when he wins, you know what I mean? So, but the match itself, I think it was great, you know, but as Samoa Joe said, as he said in the scrum, I think Swerve and Hangman, they screwed up, guys, because these two are so set on beating the crap out of each other that they basically were taking themselves out and just leaving that, you know, nice door open for freaking Samoa Joe just to walk right on through carrying his AEW World Championship. And ultimately, that's what happened. That's what happened. So my thing is, like I said, I'm glad for a couple of reasons. Because one, I think Samoa Joe deserves to have that AEW championship around his waist just a tad bit longer. He deserves it. You know, I think this guy is a great wrestler. You know, he is really, you know, committed. And like I said, I mean, he goes. Like, this guy puts on great matches. So, but the thing is now, like what's what's gonna come between, or what's gonna happen next between Swerve and and Hangman? Are we gonna get them in another match? What's that gonna be, like their fourth time? I'm like, okay, I'm all for feuds and like whatever, but after a certain point you have to be like, okay, it's time to move on. But have we reached that point yet? Are we tired of seeing Swerve and Hangman? Do we want to see them one more time? Drop me a comment, let me know. Me, now my focus is that Samoa Joe is going to be facing Wardlow. Ooh, you guys. That match between the two of them, that match is going to go so hard. And I cannot wait to see what happens. Can you guys imagine, like real talk, can you guys imagine if Wardlow is the one to dethrone Samoa Joe? I mean, those are some pretty hefty guys, the both of them. So I think, when it comes to them, when they finally do go one-on-one with each other, I think we're going to have a good physical match. And so for me, like I said, I am looking forward to that. And like I said, I'm wondering, like I said, when are they going to give that to us? Are they going to give that to us at Dynasty? Are they going to give that to us at Double or Nothing? I don't know, but like I said, I definitely think Samoa Joe, him being as the champion, I think it's a good thing. And like I said, I'm glad, he is still the champion, because like I said, he deserves it. But not have it too much longer. But yeah, so, and now the main event, which, like I was mentioning to you guys earlier, typically, like I said, for me as a wrestling fan, I want to see the World Championship match as the main event. However, Sunday night was a big, huge exception to that rule, okay? And the exception was this guy. And this guy. Yes, you guys, it was, well, this is a couple of versions of the guy, of the icon, Sting. So yes, so I have to tell you guys, I kind of like freaking marked out just a little bit, because when Surfer Sting came out, you guys, I was like, oh my gosh, he legit went back to his old school look, and it was awesome. But then who came out? Wolfpack Sting. And I was like, holy moly, like what is going on here? Because when Surfer Sting came out, you guys, I legitimately was like, yeah, that's Sting. Okay, that looks identical to Sting. And then when Wolfpack Sting came out, I was like, wait a minute, like what is going on here? And then all of a sudden we get Sting, we get Crow Sting, we get AEW Sting, okay, in his last professional wrestling match. And you guys, may I just say, the whole duration, I was there for quite a bit of his matches. I was there the day he debuted, from start to finish. May I just say, this guy had one hell of a run. He had one hell of a run in AEW. It was so beautifully done, you guys. And the match itself was beautiful. Like, I can't even begin to imagine, to grasp on what he was feeling that night. He got to have his sons there with him for his last match. They got to participate in his last match with him in variations of his character throughout the years. It was absolutely beautiful. It was poetic. It was magic, you guys. And this man literally gave it all. I mean, he literally gave it all and left it there in the ring, you guys. And then to see him come out victorious and be able to retire as AEW Tag Team Champion, you guys, what more could he have asked for? Like, it was so well done. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that just, look, oh, I wish you guys could see. I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it. Like, that's the kind of stuff that makes me love professional wrestling, you guys. Like, it's so, oh my gosh, it's just so special. And the thing is, you know, this guy had a career of 40 years in the business. You know, I believe that's, you know, if it's not 40, you know, it's pretty close, you know. And there's not a lot of people that can say that, you guys. So being able to watch his last match, him getting to have that moment with his sons, him being able to talk to all of the wrestling fans and stuff, and having some of his closest friends and family there with him. I mean, that was something that, like, to me, you know, in all of my years of watching professional wrestling, is something that was, you know, truly something, you know, that I will hold dear to me, because it's, like I said, it's a culmination of a variety of things, you know, all balled up into one, and it's all through professional wrestling, you guys. I mean, man, I've said this so many times, and it's things that, like that just, you know, reaffirms what I say. And that is that wrestling is life, you guys. Wrestling is freaking life. I mean, what more can I say, right? So, yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I just, like I said, I wanted to just jump on here and share my thoughts with you guys, you know, like I said, about the pay-per-view itself. And like I said, just kind of just really just take in, like I said, the show as a whole. You know, the pay-per-view, you know, in its entirety, I thought was pretty solid. Now, I know you guys are probably saying, wait, you're forgetting about one match. And no, guys, I'm not. Okay? And the match I want to leave for last, and I'm leaving it last for a specific reason, and it's because he is right now one of my absolute favorite wrestlers in all professional wrestling right now, okay? And that is Will freaking Ospreay, okay? Versus Takesha. Like, guys, that effing match was incredible. Oh my gosh. Like, if I think about the match right now, like, guys, you got, oh my gosh, I get fucking goosebumps, you guys, just thinking about that match. That was such a freaking amazing match. Those two literally just went back and forth and just literally gave us such an amazing performance, you guys. Those two young talents are the future, okay? I say the future, but no, they're now, okay? They are now. I am so freaking excited for the future of AEW when we have talents like that. And I cannot tell you guys how freaking happy I am that Will Ospreay decided to join AEW. I think he is going to have an amazing run with AEW and is going to be able to now show the whole world what this guy is capable of. Buckle up, you guys, because he's about to take us on a ride of a freaking lifetime. And it's going to be effing awesome. And I just can't wait. And oh my God, we're just getting started, you guys. We're just getting started. Yes! Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so effing excited for this year, for 2024. Okay, I think we are going to have some pretty freaking amazing matches just in general, in wrestling in general, you know, all promotions everywhere. How effing lucky are we to be a wrestling fan in 2024, you guys? It's incredible. And I have never been more freaking proud to be a wrestling fan than I am right now. It's freaking amazing, you guys. I can't wait. Hopefully you guys are all going to be on this ride with me as well as we see what 2024 has in store for us, you guys. Oh, yes. Okay, now that's going to do it for me for real, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, I appreciate each and every single one of you. To all of my subscribers, make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get notified each and every time that I drop a new video. And be sure to tune in later this week because I will be having my new AEW Blaster Box unboxing, so stay tuned for that to see what trading cards we pulled this week. But until then, you guys take care, and remember guys, wrestling is life. Bye.